Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here. A little bit tardy, if to the party, and we're really excited to have a show today. Yeah, I was tardy because the StreamYard that I use with POD TV, with Roku, and with um, and with YouTube was acting up, so I had to restart. And everybody knows about a restart. I was talking about in the old days today that when I was in Los Angeles for 20, 30 years, whatever. I was going to do a stand-up routine about SCSI cables and the early computer life that we never knew. We never knew until we did know. And so I was talking about girlfriends and SCSI cables and all that stuff and being a funny kind of guy. So I'll try to be funny today. Who knows who will show up today? But it's Weeds Day. I'm really excited to be with you all today. Let's take a look at my poster today. My poster happens to be, let's see if I can get it here. Okay, my poster happens to be right here. And the poster, let's see, we always walk through our poster here. Um, yeah, be compassionate with everybody these days. Chronic Magazine is having a new Chronic Magazine coming out soon, and they've invited us to be part of their party, and it's really exciting. Mm, I'm going to have an OG um, article in every upcoming issue, and so it's really beautiful. And we'll advertise our goodies also, the weed gallery that we're opening up and the concert that we're producing, and so and don't forget Hall of Flowers is happening this weekend, and I just found out that from Dimitri today. He says, I can't be on your show today because I'm at Hall of Flowers and I've never been to Hall of Flowers. And it's the biggest show. Can you believe it? So I can't be everywhere. So we don't get upset or sad that we're not everywhere. We're doing our work. We're wearing the shirts that oops, I don't have my my shirt on there, but I do have a Dove for Peace pin on today on my yellow shirt here. I was going to show you this shirt. Let's see. Oh, I'm all the way unzipped there. But anyways, I have a shirt that says something, but I will say it. Love your neighbors, love yourself, feed the enemy if they're hungry, and just be righteous. Righteous is a good place to be. See if I can. It's not that cold here. It's just designing my couture here. I don't have much hemp on today. I'm wearing my Seattle hat, and I'm going to go to Seattle pretty soon, take my tube amplifier in. And so, why don't we just kick it off today? And I'm going to record this episode here. Record.
Recording in progress.
And here we go. So today I'm going to kick it off with, let's see here. I'm going to kick it off with our movie here. And here we go. I call the people in the industry, actually not our that are activists and tireless OGs. It's a noun, OG. One involved with like-minded others that provide a level of organization and resources. We're going to go add to stage. And technology to achieve. We OGs, a real gangster, is someone who stands up for what we. Do I have no volume today? Let's see here. So we're going to go team to create a network. Some call this organized crime, Yes,
I
no,
call it being a real OG.
I'll walk you through
The real
this.
crime is sitting down and standing back and not letting others dictate your world.
Can
Let's
just
stand up together and let's get rid.
it says
Let's
the OG episode today
let's
is about OG.
rid out the world,
So
because the world we see
that we
is a
create
world of
legacy.
equality, prosperity, and connectivity.
One
OGs rise up to the
noun,
occasion of
one
being
involved
the
with
change.
like-minded others that
What pill
provide
are you going to
level
take?
of organization and resources that support much
Jeff, I
larger
can hear with
than an individual
Weeds Day, episode 304.
a real
And like a
gangster
cigarette or an
It's so-
addict
stands up for
or a dieter, I find myself sitting
one,
all
who
over
works
again from square one in my efforts,
a real
and my
gangster
efforts
with a
alter,
team to create a network.
control how I employ social media in my life. It is also very powerful, and
OG,
as it is a conduit to straight
standing back and letting others
into our
world.
consciousness.
Let's stand
It
up
is valuable and
Let's
essential
of
in
the
some
world.
ways, but
let's-
dangerous
let's
and
rid
damaging in others, because it's
The world
merely a
as a
tool that
of
can be used or abused,
prosperity
and Zucky Poo wants it wielded
rise
just as
occasion,
it was
being
designed.
in charge.
The struggle is real. That was a quote I got.
So there you go. Like a cigarette,
Minor and
I
OG.
find myself
So our legacy is to use social media responsibly and to get up, stand up for your rights. Jeff
media.
Eichen, episode 304.
So
Sorry to
very-
be windbag today, but it's all about legacy. What's your legacy? Climb on board. We're going to do the concert. Okay. Peace in the Middle East.
damaging in others because it's merely a tool that can be used or abused. That's talking about social media. So
Good afternoon, everybody. Rest in peace, brother E-Love from Public Enemy, and Joe Chronic's incredible friend and partner in crime, and help us from the other side, E-Love. Your music was beautiful, and you stood for everything that we're doing right now. It looks like a lot of people are getting on board the train, the wagon train, to do protest music. We have Stash Wagner. We have doing a remake of Don't Bogart That Joint, and we have incredible help from
some
Joe
love.
Chronic. We met Joe in Seattle this week, so Joe and I are now bros for life, and he's going to help with the concert and everything else. So keep it going, you guys, and keep it flowing.
Him to publish.
My heart is out for you and the whole community when we lose a OG from the Cannabis Society and space that we have. But Rick, brother,
Let me see that magazine. Right, let me see that. Go on the cover, man. Go on the cover. This is Iron Mike. Best of all time. No doubt about it.
But,
It is, man. Iron Mike. December
keep
5th,
going,
y'all.
brother E-Love on the other side. Help us from the other side, and hopefully we have beautiful,
Christian
beautiful
PC.
sound coming
Cannabis
through.
is the greatest plant on this earth,
There's
and it
Rick
should be
Simpson,
used properly.
he
And don't
says
believe all
nobody on
that
earth
negative
don't believe
propaganda
it, that
that
the
has
feds
been
are
forced upon us
telling you
over the
that,
last 100 years or
for
so.
madness.
I'm running a cannabis art gallery with beautiful images on hemp and hemp plastic and the handmade paper that we're going to get from Paul Stanford in Portland. So my mission is to get everybody on the planet to give me a peace sign, and then I'll have a peace sign,
And so
art show, book,
stuff
and
I can hear
share it with the
Weed-
world.
WEEDSDAYS.
It's the only way to end
Policias in
war.
in Peru.
So if you
And,
ever wanted to be an
Weedsday,
activist in our
the
new green farming, you can totally
the Green
contact
Army
me,
is with us,
and we're going to
part of our
be
green farm. We have
rebranding
this with our
relieffoundation.org. Will now be
Prohibition.
Relief
and it's now
Foundation.
relief-foundation.net. That's our new brand. It used to be
It's
.org, and now
freaking
we've
time.
changed it
Let's
to
end
.net.
this
So
and
you'll
give
find
thanks
us.
for
I'm
all the
gonna
OGs,
work on that
Willie
too.
at the Super Bowl, and Tom Lehrman at Harvest Cup, and Bobby on MAGA.
You can change that. Sign the petition, raise your voice, and Edwin Rubis has spent decades behind bars for a non-violent marijuana conviction. While the world moves forward, he's still locked up for a plant. Together, we can change that. Sign the petition, raise your voice.
Okay, love you, man. Let's get me there. I love you.
I hope that again that we have sound here. I'm not
Parade.
This is Tommy Chong for Lifers.
If Rodimus knows.
Madness.
Let's see.
Good afternoon, everybody. Is this thing on? Tap, tap, tap. Please don't forget, don't bogart that joint. Originator. They still deserve some support. Here's their QR code. Do it now. It'll help. And let's not forget Jack Harrer.
We're going to call
father
it right now. Grasshoppers.
Parade.
Free the prisoners, free the plant, free the planet, free yourself.
Don't know if we can get him. Hey, can you, if you're free or if you're at home, can you see if I have sound on my YouTube channel?
It'll be about 5 minutes before I can actually do that. I'm in the middle of cooking something really complicated.
That's okay. You're not live. You're just in my ear right now. But I'm live and I don't hear anything, so I can't check myself.
On the YouTube channel? Okay, let me go check and I'll just send you a text right back. Okay.
And do you have the link to go to the YouTube channel?
No, but I can find it.
I'll send it to you. Okay.
Here on WhatsApp, and I'll send you a reply when I find on YouTube on WhatsApp.
Okay, bye. So we got somebody behind the scenes checking to see that we have sound, and here we go. So command YouTube. Let's see if we can get a YouTube here. Continue to YouTube. So here we go. We got a YouTube here, and continue to YouTube. So there we go. So here we go. We got a YouTube here, and continue to YouTube. So there we go. Okay, I see that that's working. And don't get too involved with technology. Just do it right and learn your lessons well. But we'll come back to our StreamYard here, and we'll get back to me here, and we'll show you what it looks like. So thank you, everybody, for all these years for being part of the system and part of the helping prisoners to come home. Eddie Lepp, one of my favorite people. I don't think I have a photograph to show you of Eddie that I know that I saved. I mean, I know that I have photographs of Eddie, but he said to me at HempFest one day, when I was interviewing him, he said, "Jeffrey, you put me in jail, you put my family in jail." So that is the exact reason that we should be really careful about, well, one, going to jail, and two, making all this money at Hall of Flowers and at the ICBC in Germany, and making all this money and learning how to do all this technology to extract something that gets you high or gives you relief from pain. which nobody should be in jail for marijuana. But my point is being here is that nobody should be in jail for a plant, and that we should be harboring the responsibility of freeing people like Edwin, who's been in jail for 28 years, who talks to us, and we should just be incredibly tranquilo and mellow, but with force, to be able to say what we know and know what we say. So I can't tell you that, marijuana, this is the Mickey at 420. Boom. He's always at 420. But that's my Mickey watch. That marijuana cures cancer, that marijuana does this, marijuana does that. But I'll tell you one thing that I do know. That this box of Charlotte's Web, Charlotte's Web, go get them on their penny stocks. But Charlotte's Web is really an incredible strain that was curated, developed, hybrid, made, and grown in Colorado. And it helped Charlotte go from 1,000 epileptic seizures a week down to like 3 or 4 or 5. And so if it were up to me, I'd be doing the Charlotte's Web documentary, but I want to do a documentary about all the prisoners and about all, the way that I see it. Okay. And so let's see if we can raise the funds to get my next film made, but also my next project, which is going to be incredible. It's going to be the project of the century, to do the concert. Okay, so the concert, which is, hang on. Let's get Rodimus the link here. Bum, 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 bum. Let me get Rodimus the link here. See if I got my WhatsApp going on. Okay, so how's everybody doing today? Has everybody got a little bit of hope during the time of stupid people running the show? It's not the circus. It's up to us to dance while our beds are burning, and to find love in your heart, to find love in your in the animals that are outside your house, or inside your house. You may have, Krishna said that the dogs are the next, and cats are the next incarnates for humans, because they made it all the way through the animal kingdom to serve mankind. So that's pretty cool. My WhatsApp is not opening. Hang on just a minute. Let me see if I can get him another way. So love everything that you've got going on, and let's see if I can get Facebook to Rodimus here. So I'm gonna go boom, boom. Let's see if I can find Rodimus here. Rada blah blah. Okay, so it's going to be Rada, R-A-D. Yeah, it's been really interesting this time that we're in, where we can't make sense of the truth, the non-truths, and the reason that we had Woodstock in 1969 was due to all these activists that were making beautiful music. Hang on, so I'm gonna give Rodimus the YouTube for this, And then I'm going to send it to him. For some reason or other, let's see here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so boom, boom. See if I can get it to him here now. Okay, so everybody, it's really important to say what you know and know what you say when you're talking, specifically like to the lawyers, shut the fuck up lawyers on Friday, know what you say and say what you know. It's really important to go that direction and to be part of staying safe. It seems like a nightmare what's going on the planet about people being afraid of being taken or thrown back to their country, or even putting in jail, being put in jail and flown to El Salvador or whatever country they're going to. So it's horrible what's going on right now, but it doesn't have to be horrible. That's why I want to employ and empower the concert to happen. We've been talking about doing this for several years and rolled through many different people that have incredible heart and soul, and yet they don't really understand the follow through. So if Lady Gaga can make a incredible concert for the fire aid and raise $100 million for rebuilding Los Angeles, then we can do the Hempcrete party. Let's see if I can find the Hempcrete movie here. I'm gonna go here and find the Hempcrete movie. I just met with Noah yesterday on my property. We walked off my property. I have an extra lot that I own, and we're going to be building a Hempcrete 3D printed dome. We're going to be building 3 of them, maybe 4, so we can be incredibly ready for retirement, have income property, make it worthwhile. But let's see if I can get the video up. So I got the video here, and I'm going to pause it once it comes up. It's coming up. Okay, so it's paused now. So technology, we love you. So everybody, Hemp and Parade, it's episode 304 today, on our way to 400, or 320. 320 is almost like 420, everybody. So as we go and we look for our StreamYard here, we're going to open up a new, I'm using a new area in StreamYard, which is totally cool. It helps me to go, so I'm going to go to the window, and I'm going to go to, let's see if I can find where, let's see if I can do this right. It's going to be fun once we get it. So, I don't see it here. Chrome tab. Let's see Chrome tab. Video. Oh, here we go. 3D printed dome home. Oh, we got it. I love it. So here we go. Watch this. This is what we're going to build on my property. And I found this guy like 10 years ago, and he's got Parkinson's disease now. And we want to do this so we can build 1 million homes around the planet that are dome homes. And Bucky Fuller said domes do not go down during a hurricane. So we can build these in Africa where they have hurricanes. And you can build 1 home in a day, and they're 40 feet. Watch. I know where that machine lives. It's an hour from my house. We're going to raise enough money with the hemp industry and other entrepreneurs to build dome homes. They're huge, they're beautiful, and they're sustainable, and they're hard, and they won't come down. They don't slip while we're spraying them. He's got this formula that works on these domes. And you pull the dome out, the bubble, and then you do your interior work and everything. It's just really gorgeous. Rodimus says, don't lean into the mic. So, it's really fun to be able to have my new technology after all these years with StreamYard. So thank you, StreamYard. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Roku. And thank you, Hall of Flowers, that's happening this week, for spreading the word. It's time that these incredible shows learn more about the prisoners, and that we have more panels that talk about the prisoners. It's just so important. That's what this show is about. 300 episodes talking about the prisoners. And now, that's here in Kingston, right near my house, an hour away, and we're going to bring that baby to my house. It snaps apart, and we're going to learn how to, there's the patent. These are some renderings of how your dome could look. So what we're actually doing, when you talk to Noah, the inventor of that incredible, see if we can get rid of that. So Noah, that incredible beautiful music, go away. Okay, so Noah, that beautiful soul that was here at my house yesterday, he and I went to the NOCO Expo last year and together, and he was on panel and talked about spraying with hempcrete. And so we're learning how to do that and get the spray nozzle to work properly. But because hempcrete is not structural, he has a way of doing a natural rebar and slip with cement and a ceramic type of compound formula that he's made, and it's going to be on the first run of the dome. Okay, so let's look at the dome for a minute here. So what happens is the dome is going to be sprayed with concrete and ceramic, and then I'm not sure if it's a day for hardening or if we can go directly into the hempcrete after the cement sets a bit. I'm not sure how the molecular structure is that Noah wants to do, but then we're going to do an inch or two of hempcrete on the dome. And we know that hempcrete is antimicrobial, and it's also, that means that it doesn't give you stupid, incredible, bad mold. So antimicrobial means that it doesn't mold, and it's beautiful, but it has a great R value. R value, let me go here in the background here. Let me go in the background here and ask Claude. Claude is my AI of choice. And let's see if we can ask it what R value is, okay? Claude, what is R value? What is R value Claude, what is the value of hempcrete and its incredible R value? And what is R value in construction? And why is it so important that we have insulation that has a good R value? Okay, everybody, I'm pulling that up right now. With the goodness of our technology, we'll see what they say. So, has anybody built with hempcrete before? We've got Danny Georgilis, just did the first hempcrete home in Hawaii. I mean, the first hempcrete home in Hawaii. I mean, these are things that we're talking about right now that we can, before we leave the planet, say we were part of that. We were part of that. You know, my grandparents used to tell me, well, they were around when there were no commercial airplanes, you know. So that's a long time ago. And then the electric car evidently was out a long time ago before they killed the electric car. And that was an amazing episode in life, too. So it says hempcrete is a fascinating building material. Here's a breakdown of its R value and why insulation matters so much in construction. Okay, so what is hempcrete? Hempcrete is a biocomposite material made from the woody inner core of the hemp plant called the hurd or shiv. Mixed with lime-based binder and water, it is used in construction for centuries and is experiencing a major revival in sustainable building materials. So if it's cold outside, the hempcrete wall, it says here 12 inches, R2 per inch. So I lost that. There it is, R2 per inch. Total equals 24. So warm inside is 70 degrees. So hempcrete is R2 versus fiberglass, which is 3.1. Spray foam is 3.7. And straw is 1.45. So breathable, thermal, and carbon negative. Okay, so hempcrete R value delivers around R2 per inch of thickness. While that's not the highest per inch value for walls, they're typically built 12 inches thick or more, giving you the effective R24 or better makes hempcrete special. Isn't just the R value number, it is uniquely combined the mass and absorbs slowly and releases heat with insulation, so it regulates temperature over time rather than just blocking the heat transfer in a single moment. Why R value matters? R value measures the thermal resistance on how well material resists through the higher number, the harder for its escape in winter or enter in the summer. This matters because energy costs, roughly 50 to 70% of a home's energy use. Poor insulation means HVAC systems work constantly to compensate for leakage through walls. Comfort, well, insulated walls mean consistent temperatures and the rooms are no cold spots or drafts. Moisture control, hempcrete is vapor permeable, meaning that it lets walls breathe. Most synthetic insulation trap moistures, leading to mold and structural rot over time. Building codes, most U.S. climate zones require walls to meet minimum R values, typically R13 to R21 for walls, and R38 to R60 for attics. Why hempcrete is exceptional beyond just R value. Hemp herds are actually sequester carbon as they grow, and the plant absorb the CO during its life cycle, and the carbon stays locked in the wall for the life of the building. This makes hempcrete one of the few genuinely carbon negative building materials, as it resists fire, persists, and mold naturally, and gets harder over time, and the lime continues to cure. The main drawback of hempcrete is it cannot take a load bearing on its own. It's used around structural frame and still fighting for code acceptance in many US jurisdictions. I was told France has the best hempcrete building sustainability right now. The French are really behind hempcrete, doing beautiful $1 million homes, or $500,000 homes, or $250,000 homes, or whatever, maybe even affordable hempcrete domes once we do our documentary on Noah's hempcrete dome. So there's our little lesson, everybody, on hempcrete homes and hempcrete itself. So it's really cool, and thank you, Noah, for helping us to bring this to fruition. I can't wait to get ours started. I mean, we are going to be building a hempcrete structure on my property. We walked the property yesterday, Noah and I, and we got to get him so he can see his dream come true. So I'm helping him with that. I'm supporting him. My father's dream was lightweight concrete, and he's no longer with us. He'd be 92 or 96, I think, this year. Let's see, 93. He was born in 33. So Howie, this one's for you and everybody. We're at episode 304. It's been a great day, a few technology hiccups, but we have people in the background looking after us. Thank you, Rodimus, for what you do. Thank you to the OGs. I got my OG sign right there behind my shoulder. And thank you all the people that are committed to helping all of these, Hall of Flowers is happening this week, and probably millions of dollars worth of product and people to put that on. But the deal is, on putting on Hall of Flowers, is the prisoners are still in jail. So where are we going to do that? How are we going to get our heads on straight about the fact that all of these companies around the world, are doing, making millions of dollars publishing and talking to each other instead of talking to the people that make a difference in having a say in bringing the prisoners home and letting the cat out of the bag. Cats like to get in bags, but we got to get them out so we can tell the world that marijuana works. I can't tell you that, but this Jojo, that's, I think they're potatoes. No, but this Jojo right next to me, Russell, my buddy, Russell Langhammer, can tell you that the plant works and it helped him to survive and to be here on this planet. So Russell, welcome aboard. Hang on. So we love you, Russell. Thank you for joining us today. I've been holding my show on my own today, and it's nice to see you. Thank you. Tell us about you. Tell us about you and cannabis and mushrooms.
Cannabis and mushrooms helped me get off pharmaceuticals, and they helped me come back after open heart surgery. And now I'm a walking billboard for the benefits of cannabis and psilocybin mushrooms. I also did your show from Buenos Aires, a month and a half ago?
That was fantastic. Yeah. Didn't that tucker you out, that trip?
Well, I've got congestive heart failure, and doctors told me you're never going to be able to travel again. But because of the wonderful plant, that was my fourth trip to Argentina since my open heart surgery. getting ready to go outside. It's very nice here in Texas today. Me and my wife and my little granddaughter, we're going to go outside while I work out, get these muscles back in shape so I can continue to tell my story. I mean, the cannabis helps me to continue to be able to train. I mean, I was a professional athlete, and when I got sick and the infection in my mouth attacked my heart, doctors told me, "Man, you're done." And that was in 2009, Jeff. So that just goes to show you.
So, do you believe cannabis is an all around incredible miracle plant?
Yes, I do. You know that there's CBDs in mother's milk. You know. So
Well, they say that the Canna moms that had they moved from Florida to go to Colorado so they could get Charlotte's Web and CBD. I have Charlotte's Web right here. They
CBD works, man.
They say that it helped their sons and daughters and their brain tumors.
There we go. I have a brain injury, and the psilocybin helps me focus. It helps me pay attention. It helps me. I remember people's names. You know, I was really bad, and before I didn't have the blood flow to my brain. You know, my pacemaker was working overtime. I'm getting ready for my 5th pacemaker, Jeff, in August. You know, and I love it when the doctors keep scratching their head and they're like, "How are you still here?" And I tell them, I use cannabis, I use psilocybin, and you know, that's not the only thing that I use. Every once in a while, I use a little ketamine. They prescribed, it's called Spravato, and that helps. But what works for me is the macro doses of psilocybin that I take.
That's your preferred. That's your preferred plant medicine to keep you grounded.
And now that the cannabis is so strong and so good, I mean, hey, cannabis concentrates, the Rick Simpson oil, the dabs, they help tremendously with pain. It helps me with anxiety too.
I mean, why the hell is anybody in jail for a plant when it's legal around the planet now? I mean, it's just so absurd.
Because Big Pharma is freaking out. I mean, look at right now. At the end of this month here in Texas, they're not allowed to sell THCA flower, and that the black market is going to go through the roof here. Price of the weed is going to go from $100 an ounce to $200 an ounce overnight because big alcohol is pissed off because people are buying these drinks, Jeff, these alcoholic drinks, these cannabis drinks. My buddy owns this company. It's called Vitam. And, you know, it's 10 milligrams THC, 5 milligrams of CBD. And you can go in and drink 6 of those and get a really good buzz. And the next morning, you don't have a hangover. You drink 6 beers, and I guarantee the next day you're going to feel it.
So what is so stupid to me on the planet is these money mongers not figuring out that cannabis is just another way to make more money. They should get into it. They should get into it.
But as long as the government has made it, you know, now that they've changed it to a class 3 so that they can study it medicinally, the pain clinics don't care anymore if you're on weed, and none of the sports teams. Okay, back when I played sports, if you got caught smoking a joint, your career was over, brother. Seriously, they did not accept it in the 70s and 80s. You remember,
right?
You remember it well because we're close to the same age,
right?
But I'm telling you, nowadays the NBA doesn't test for it. I don't think the NFL does either. I'm not 100% on that.
I know that baseball has gotten rid of it also.
Yeah, I've got some good friends that used to play for the Texas Rangers, and one of them's sons right now, he's playing for Kansas City Royals, and he didn't get tested. I know that. But like I said, there's still that stigma, Jeff. There's still that stigma.
You mean reefer madness? Reefer madness.
You use cannabis? Fuck yeah, I use cannabis, and I'm proud of it. Like all my kids, instead of being alcoholics, they use cannabis now. And you know, my grandkids, they understand when I go out back, That's Opa's medicine, you know?
Right. Well, kids should know about it, and
They do.
you know, but I mean, they should know about hemp plastic, you know, and you know, I mean, hemp plastic. Look how
Hemp
beautiful
concrete.
hempcrete, yeah, and they
You know,
shouldn't.
hemp's also a good dietary. It's good fiber, but if you take the seeds, Jeff, I take the seeds and I put them in a smoothie. It has more protein than a steak. Hemp seeds. Nobody knows that. Hemp seeds has actually more protein than
I do it every day. I do it every day because I'm a vegan, you know, and so it's really important to listen to Russell. Everybody, Russell is proof and one of my associates that can be a testimonial, you know, because I can't really, as a filmmaker and as a host, I can't tell you it works, go get it, you know. But when Russell comes on and people like Russell and they say, you know, it saved my son, you know.
Hey, they told me you have 6 months to live, go home and get your affairs in order. Basically, go home and die. Jeff, I'm getting ready to go outside and pump these muscles up and get this heart going, get this pacemaker working again, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And then the rest of the day is mine.
I swam my 20 laps yesterday and got in the sauna, sweated it out, all the toxins, and then came home and texted my partner and went to sleep.
Bro, you look so much better. You're glowing in the face. You do, and it changes. Our body reproduces. I'm proof of that. Okay, they told me your heart is gone. You need a heart transplant. I went from 9% efficiency, 9% infraction rating, up to almost 40, and that's a miracle. And they're like, "How did you do that?" You know, I'm not saying that it was all cannabis, but cannabis helped me with the pain. It helped me with the anxiety. And it let me go back to the gym because I wouldn't go out in public.
So what you're saying is that stress is also a killer, and marijuana brings you down and gives you a sense of relaxation.
What was it? Willie's the one who said that. Stress is the worst thing on the planet. Cannabis gets rid of stress, so I love it.
Well, Willie ain't smoking anymore, but he's also 92.
You know what? Look at him. He still looks good because he has a birthday party here in Fort Worth every 4th of July. And last time I saw him, he looked great.
He did look great, yeah.
It's because he's not drinking. I mean, Michael Madsen, the actor, okay? I've always knew he smoked cigarettes and drank, and he passed just recently, and I'm thinking to myself, dude, all my friends that are dying have died because they lived their life drinking what's legal.
And white man's tobacco, yeah. So I walked up to somebody yesterday. I think it was actually yesterday, and I said, "Stop smoking." And we had this conversation. Oh yeah, it was at the St. Patty's Day barn dance. There was 10 bands, and I was filming, and this nice lady outside with a LED, you know, antenna on. She's puffing a cigarette. I said, "You know better." And she goes, "Yeah, I do, but they're American Spirit." And I said, "Fuck American Spirit. My buddy's mom owns American Spirit, and it's $1 billion company, and it ain't any better. You're still drying yourself out from the inside."
And cigarettes remind me of Kentucky when I went to college.
Right.
Tobacco is huge. If you replace that with cannabis, not only would you be better for the environment, but it's also more healthy. Kentucky should be really, and it's still illegal in Kentucky, man.
Well,
the same freaking laws like Texas.
In the old days, they used to say Iowa lot to Iowa pot, and that was the days that they were making all of the army gear out of hemp, the hemp clothing. I mean, cotton's the dirtiest industry on the planet. Dirtiest industry on the planet is cotton because they blow it with glyphosate.
What's funny is they made it in 37 with Anslinger and his fucked up shit. They made it illegal, but during the war when we were hurting in what, 1942?
Right.
They came out with Hemp for Victory. Remember that?
Of course I do.
Hemp for Victory. All right. We need you to grow hemp because it's the best for rope and for the oils. Man, they lied to us for so long.
Right. Well, prohibition for alcohol, how long did that last, you know?
I know. And you know, who made money off of it? The mob.
Right. But the deal is, who would want to get high, right? Maybe everybody. But who would want to get high and then wake up with a hangover or barfing your head off?
Right. That's what they're doing right now with this scromiting shit. They're going, oh, scromiting. You know what? I've puked a hell of a lot more drinking beer, and I can't even remember puking from weed. Just saying.
I mean, I don't know where my shirt is because I got so many shirts, but it says marijuana safer than alcohol. I mean, it's just like everything's okay in moderation.
Marijuana is safer than McDonald's, brother.
Well, I bought some Kahlua the other days, and Dunkin' Donuts bought Kahlua now. And so Dunkin' Donuts it sells more coffee than anybody in the whole world, Dunkin' Donuts.
I haven't been to one of those places since I was in college.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Well, everybody, we're at the top of the hour. It's great to have Russell on. Thank you. Go and keep your wellness going. Thank you for sharing some time on our show today. Hempemperate, what would you like to tell the children?
Nobody belongs in jail for a plant, children.
And say something in Spanish for my beautiful partner.
Mira, mi compañera de mi vida ahorita es con mi nieta afuera en la rico clima.
So, mija, that's for you, and I'm your mijo. And Russell, let's talk about Germany. Let's talk about Germany.
Okay, Germany is June the 11th to the 14th in Berlin. Depending on my pacemaker, they want to change my pacemaker out in August. If everything stays the same, I'll know in early May we can go. But we need some funding, and we need to make a video about a documentary.
I'm ready.
Okay, though.
I'm ready.
We'll get with Mr. Steve Kravitz as soon as I can. And brother, always great to see you. Everybody, free the weed.
Wait, give me 3. Let me get my thing out here. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got it. Free the weed, free yourself, and love your mother.
Never give up, children. Never give up.
Yeah, Russell's going to be 80 next week, you know, so my birthday is in 2 weeks. I'll be 68.
We're having a party next month. I'm in Aries too. And we're having a big celebration. Celsa's going to be 64. I'm going to be 61.
Bring me down. I'll start your thing and have a birthday with you with all the Aries.
If I can swing that, I swear to God, brother, I'd love to get you down here.
Let's talk to Kravitz, man. Peace out. Okay, peace out. Everybody, give Russell a great hand. Thank you, Russell, for coming in today. I love it when somebody comes in at the end and we go over a little bit of time. And we get to have some heart and soul of humans that are in the same vicinity as you and me, thinking and reacting to why anybody should be in jail for a plant. So it's Jeff Eichen here. We had a great show today. And, excuse me. So I promised you I would show you the article that that Rodimus and I made, and there it is. There's the article that Rodimus and I made, and I don't think I can blow that up, but it's just really great. It's about Vivian McPeak, and it talks about the article talks about his legacy, his incredible persistence to put a hemp festival on for 30 years in Seattle, Washington. So it's really great. Love you, love you, love you, Vivian. And we'll see who's coming up for next. It's going to be 4 times a year. I'm going to be having a page in the news article. I mean, in the beautiful. Do I have my? Let's see. I thought I had my art. Let's see if we got a look under here. Nope, don't have it here today. But we love you, Joe Chronic. Joel, you're the best. Mucho gusto, Wato, and everybody. Keep your smile hat on, and thank you, Seattle Seahawks, for winning it all. And Venezuela won it all last night against the Americans. Americans have been to the finals like 3 times in the last 3 times, and it's only every 3 years, and they haven't pulled it off. But Venezuela needed that. They needed that for their country. Because when your team wins, how the city that you live in, whether it's Pittsburgh or Miami, the whole town has a party, and they really get up. And when your team loses, it's like, wah. So we're going to win this fight against, or this not fight, but this march against prohibition. We're going to end prohibition, and and I'm loving you up, everybody. And it's 3 for 3 fingers, not backwards, only forwards. Okay, so 3 is the new peace sign. So it's 3, 2, 1. Love you so much, dearie and dearest, and hope that we end prohibition in our lifetime. Get ready to come to the concert, Hemp Creek Domes, and New Heart pacemaker for Russell, and maybe we'll go to Germany together. Love you, love you, love you. Peace out, everybody. It's Jeff Hyken with Weeds Day. Hemp, hemp, hooray.